You've spent 10 hours editing, obsessed over the thumbnail, and finally hit publish, only to watch the real-time view count sit at a flat 0 for 2 days. It feels like you're shouting into a void, doesn't it? You're following all the best practices, yet the YouTube algorithm acts like your channel doesn't even exist. And the worst part isn't just the low numbers. It's the creeping doubt that maybe you're just wasting your time. You see other creators in your niche blowing up with low-effort content, while your high-value videos gather digital dust. It's exhausting to pour your heart into a brand that has no identity and no traction, wondering if you'll ever actually hit that monetization milestone, or if you're just playing YouTuber. But the algorithm isn't a mystery to be solved, it's a system to be fed. Today, we're stopping the guesswork. I'm breaking down the exact shift you need to make to stop being invisible and start building a creator identity that the algorithm actually recognizes. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear 3-step roadmap to turn those flatlines into a consistent growth engine. If you're a part-time creator, the amount of advice out there on how to grow a YouTube channel, it's just overwhelming. Today, we're going to cut through all of that noise. We're laying out a realistic data-driven roadmap to get you from absolute zero to your first 1,000 subscribers, and we're going to do it without you burning out. So let's just jump right in. Right off the bat, let's just get one thing totally straight. I want you to forget about going viral. Forget that one magic video that's going to change your life overnight. The real path, the sustainable one, is all about systematically building an engine, one that doesn't rely on luck, but on cold, hard data. So what in the world is this engine we're talking about? Well, think of it this way. Every single time you publish a video, you're feeding little breadcrumbs of data to the YouTube algorithm. With enough of the right breadcrumbs, it starts to learn exactly who your perfect audience is. See, this isn't about pulling the lever on a slot machine and hoping for the best. It's about building a predictable machine for growth, one video at a time. So to build this engine, first, we've got to be really honest with ourselves about our resources. This whole roadmap is designed specifically for who we're going to call the part-time professional creator. That's probably you. This is the reality for most of us, isn't it? You're juggling a job, maybe a family, a life, and that leaves you with what? Maybe 5 to 15 hours a week for this YouTube thing. And you know what? That's enough. That time constraint isn't a weakness. It's actually a strength. It forces you to be smart, to be efficient, and to focus on one really high-impact video each week instead of a bunch of mediocre ones. The big question. This is the one every single creator asks. We've all been there. You hit publish. You're so excited, and then you see crickets. So let's talk about a real timeline. How long does it actually take to turn all that effort into some real momentum? Let's talk about the very beginning, getting those first 100 subscribers. We call this the ghost town phase, and trust me, it's called that for a reason. It feels lonely. It's slow, and it's exactly where most people give up. But just understanding this phase is the secret to surviving it. So let's break this journey down. It happens in these really distinct phases, and each one has a completely different goal. For the first 1 to 3 months, you're in the ghost town. Your only job, get good. Acquire skills. From there, you shift into data collection mode, figuring out your core topics. Real, actual momentum, that starts to kick in around the 6 to 12-month mark. And monetization, that usually becomes a reality after a full year, maybe even 18 months. The key here is that this isn't one long race. It's a series of short, focused sprints. So how much data does this algorithm actually need to start working for you? Well, it's not a perfect science, but there's a pretty reliable benchmark. 30 to 50 videos. That seems to be the critical mass of content the algorithm needs to finally go, I get what this channel is about, and start finding your people. That's the point where you might finally see that growth curve start to bend upwards. This is so important, so really let this sink in. That early ghost town phase, your job is not to get views. I'll say it again. Your job is not to get views. It's to get good. Just focus on the fundamentals. Is your audio clean? Is your lighting not terrible? And are you learning how to write a title and make a thumbnail that makes someone physically need to click? That's it. That's your only goal. Okay, so you're practicing. You're building your skills. You're getting better. What's next? Well, now you need a strategy to actually get discovered. And that strategy is all about building something called topical authority. Here's a hard truth for you. As a small channel, you will not get promoted on the YouTube home screen. It's just not going to happen. The algorithm doesn't know who you are yet. So where do your first views come from? One place, search. Your entire strategy has to be built around solving specific problems that real people are actively typing into that search bar. That is how you start to prove you're an expert. I love this way of thinking about it. It's called the solar system strategy. Your main core topic, let's say it's productivity for writers, that's your sun. Now, every single video you make is a planet orbiting that sun, and each one solves a very specific searchable problem, like how to outline a novel, fast, or best writing software for beginners. This tight focus sends a crystal clear signal to YouTube. Hey, this person is the authority on this topic. Now you have to embrace this next part. Your first handful of videos, they're going to be rough, and that is normal. The goal is not perfection on day one. The goal is just progress. If you can make each video you create just 1% better than the last one, the compounding effect over a year is absolutely massive. We've talked strategy. We've talked timelines, but honestly, none of it matters if you quit. So let's talk about the most critical piece of this entire journey, the psychology of it all. How to survive what's known as the dip. This is it. This is the moment of truth. You've been grinding. You were so pumped when you started, but the results just aren't there yet. This giant canyon between the amount of effort you're putting in and the outcome you're seeing, that is the most dangerous place to be as a creator. You know what's wild? We can practically pinpoint it on a calendar right around the 3-month mark. That initial adrenaline has worn off, and the analytics chart is still flat. This is the absolute peak of the dip. It's a predictable storm, and just knowing it's coming is your first step to getting through it. So how do you get through it? Mindset shift number 1. You have to change the game you're playing. You can't control the outcome, the views, but you can control the output, your uploads. So challenge yourself. Give yourself a goal to publish 25 videos without even looking at the analytics. Make the goal something you are 100% completely in control of. All right, mindset shift number 2. I want you to put on your lab coat. From now on, your channel is not a reflection of your self-worth. It is a science experiment. That video that got only 10 views, that wasn't a failure. Nope. It was a data point. It's information that tells you something valuable for your next experiment. And this is the most important one of all. You have to separate your self-worth from your channel's performance. You are not your view count. Your value as a human being exists completely and totally outside of that little real-time analytics dashboard. Truly internalizing this, that's the key to being here for the long haul. All right, once you've got the mindset and the resilience to survive that dip, you can start playing the long game. And that includes thinking about income even before you're officially monetized. So what if I told you don't have to wait 12 or 18 months to start making money? The old way is to grind for a year just to make pennies from AdSense when you first get started. The smart way is to build an asset that you actually own, an email list. An engaged list of just 100 true fans can be way more valuable than 10,000 passive subscribers. And the fast way, leverage affiliate marketing, specifically products with recurring commissions. If you promote a software subscription, for example, one single sale can pay you every single month. That's power AdSense just can't match. Now, to get traffic to your videos and to those offers, you need titles that are built for search and are super clickable. Here's a dead simple formula. Step 1. Start with the keyword people are actually searching for. Step 2. Promise a very clear benefit they'll get from clicking. And step 3, the most important part. Your video has to actually deliver on that promised transformation. So how should you spend those 10 precious hours you have for your big hero video each week? Well, you might spend 4 hours on editing, maybe 3 on filming. But here's the part that surprises everyone. You should spend a full hour. That's 10% of your time just on the thumbnail and title. Why? Because you could have the greatest video in the world, but if the packaging is bad, no one will ever see it. The packaging is fully half the battle. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most crucial question you need to be able to answer. It's not about what your video is about, it's about what it does for the viewer. So I want you to really think about this for your own channel. What is the specific transformation you are promising the person who decides to click on your video? Your answer to that single question, well, that's the foundation for your entire channel. Consistency is the heartbeat of YouTube. We've talked about how showing up regularly doesn't just feed the algorithm. It builds a trusting relationship with your audience and carves out your unique identity in a crowded digital space. But as we've seen, mastering the algorithm is only half the battle. The real shift happens when you stop thinking like a user of a platform and start thinking like an owner of an asset. Platforms can change their rules overnight, but the value you create should belong to you. That's exactly why I use Lead Creator AI. It's designed to help you bridge the gap between being a YouTube creator and a business owner by giving you the tools to capture your audience and secure your content's value independent of any single platform. Don't just build your house on rented land. It's time to turn your hard work into a permanent digital asset. If you're ready to take control of your content and build an asset you truly own, Click the link below to watch the Lead Creator AI founder demonstrate and show you exactly how it can work for you today. Thanks for watching, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next one.